In our newest entry in our Tails of Valor series on animal heroes, we bring you the story of a long-haired Russian tabby cat named Masha, a familiar face in the town of Obninsk, which lies on the bank of the Protva River, about 100 kilometers southwest of Moscow. She wasn't anyone's pet exactly, but everyone knew her. She was a community cat, polite, quiet, independent, the kind of animal that came and went without a fuss, sleeping in stairwells, accepting leftovers, and disappearing into the snow when the wind picked up. But one day, Masha did something no one expected, and a baby lived because of it. It was midwinter. Temperatures had dropped well below freezing, snow dusted every surface, and wind snuck through every crack. In one of the older apartment buildings in Obninsk, a cardboard box had been left in a stairwell. The walls were cold concrete, there was no insulation, and inside the box was a newborn baby. Abandoned, wrapped in a towel that wasn't nearly warm enough. No one heard the baby cry, not at first, but Masha did. She was walking her usual route, down the alleyway, through the broken fence, past the familiar scent of metal and damp stone, when she paused at the entrance to the stairwell. Something was off. A sound, a smell, a stillness. She crept down the steps, her tail low, and she found the box. Inside was a tiny infant, barely moving, red skin, cold breath. Masha sniffed, her ears twitching, and then she climbed into the box. She didn't hesitate. She curled her warm, thick fur around the baby's body, and she stayed. The snow kept falling. No one came, so she waited. Time passed. Minutes turned to hours. The baby slept. Masha stayed awake, half alert, tucking her body tighter to conserve warmth. At some point, she stood and walked to the stairwell door, and she began to meow. Not her usual chirps or purring sounds. Loud, sharp cries, over and over, enough to echo up the stairwell and into the building. That's when someone finally came out. A neighbour heard the noise, opened the stairwell door, and saw the box. And inside, a cat, wrapped around something that was still moving. The woman called for help. Paramedics arrived. The baby was rushed to the hospital and treated for hypothermia. Doctors said he wouldn't have lasted much longer. And Masha? She didn't run. She followed the paramedics through the snow, walking slowly behind them as they carried the baby to the ambulance. She stayed near the hospital entrance for hours. She had done what she came to do, but she wasn't ready to say goodbye. Masha was adopted soon after. The people who had always known her suddenly saw her in a new light. The story made headlines around the world. The cat who saved a baby. But Masha didn't care about stories. She found a warm windowsill, curled up, and rested. Sometimes she still looked out the window toward the stairwell. This has been Tales of Valor, only on Aura Animal.